Hello, this is Chris from Music Cards, and I'm giving you our second tutorial video on using music cards. And the topic for this tutorial is planning instruction with music cards I/O. So if you want to, one of the first things I would direct you to is this little question mark up here. And the button that we're going to press here is curriculum documentation, because we have a whole documented curriculum and a lot of information here to help you out in planning your instruction. I'm not going to go ahead and read this whole thing for you, but you're welcome to go look at it, explore it, and study it. And it really gives a good idea of what makes music cards unique and what makes it a great tool for your classroom. I am going to highlight just a couple of things. So the first thing I'm going to look at is when you click on curriculum, I'm going to go over this diagram. This really explains kind of the nitty-gritty of what your students will be doing when you give them their links. So there's the first set of activities that they go through are called introduction activities. And we follow a pattern of pre-testing. And if the student fails the pre-test, they get a mini lesson. And then after that, they will get a practice session to get the concept down. And the concepts that we're going over first are lines and spaces, space notes, line notes, ledger lines, and then finally accidentals. And then they are prepared for the skill activities, which is where the bulk of their time in music cards will be spent. And they will be in a session which lasts about 2 minutes long, will be taking a series of note name identification flashcards, which is just they're given a random note and they have to identify what it is. And then the second half of it is going through and memorizing the fingering for their instrument, or slide positions, or where the notes are on the keyboard, anything like that. In the skill activities, new flashcards are gradually introduced, and this is going to continue until, well, basically they've mastered everything on their instrument's range. So that segues right into the second thing I want to show you, which is we'll just take a look at clarinet. Down here, these are all the curriculums that Music Cards has currently in its stack. And we'll just take a look at just how to read these so you can kind of see more details about each instrument. So in the clarinet skill activities, that's where it really gets unique for the clarinet. This is going to be the range of note names that the student's going to be working towards. And it's really customized to their instrument. And then when they get to the fingering chart, the fingerings are going to be introduced in a specific order, and that's documented here. So you can see how this is happening. And you can see it starts with the standard C through G standard notes, and then it expands up to the A and then drops down to the G. So you have this whole kind of middle scale, but isn't going over the break yet. Starts introducing accidentals through the circle of fifths, and then starts going over the break. And then by the end, you can see we've gone up into the altissimo range, and we eventually work up to the C flats and F flats and B sharps and E sharps, and that's the last thing that we get in the curriculum. But when you look at this and you see the amount of range that this is working on, really Music Cards is beginner through intermediate, because if your students are doing this every day, your students are going to get a little bit more memorization practice just focusing in on fingerings and knowing their notes. And it's not going to stop until they've memorized every single note that's on their fingering chart. Also, if you have a student who is eating this up, they're really picking up band fast, and this is going to give them something to keep themselves engaged and keep themselves learning something new. Differentiation is built right into it, and that's all I really have for this. If you want to, if you got questions, you can email me, chris@musiccards.io, or another thing you can do is you can go to this contact button and you can go ahead and fill out a form and send a message to us directly right there. Okay, now if you want to get back out of documentation and back to your dashboard, you can click on the Music Cards logo, and that will take you back. sometimes for you, doing and getting like a hands-on experience is maybe the best way that you can see what it's all about. So what you can do is you can make your own teacher account. Oh, and I made a mistake here. I'm only adding one person, so teacher. And I want to select my instrument, so we'll go ahead and go with clarinet. And you can put whatever grade you are in here. The grade does not affect how Music Cards behaves. There's nothing about that for that. Okay, and now that I've created this teacher account, well, I can go to these URLs. I can copy this URL, and I would paste that up into my address bar. And when I visit it, I can go ahead and just try running through and trying some of the card activities and see how it works and everything that it does. If you haven't signed up for Music Cards, go ahead and sign up. There's a free account that gets you up to 5 students, and then you can go explore around, try these things out, and see what it's about. And thank you for listening.